Hey everyone, welcome back for one last time to Majin and the Forsaken Kingdom. There's not a whole lot left to do here. I've got my experience boosting equipment on, and rather than using a weapon that's just going to boost one type of experience, I'll go ahead and use the Engineer's Wrench so I can get that soul absorption, and hopefully get a lot more orbs out of the enemies that I do defeat. I don't know how I managed to stealth that guy from in front, but whatever works. That's when I remembered that the staircase the Majin has to take is all the way at the far side of the room. I have a feeling I'd better join him. Even having defeated the final boss, which doesn't count in the save file, of course, I could still be killed here. How'd you get upstairs? That's better. So the idea of building up experience quickly is to try to get the combination meter filled while leaving as many enemies alive as possible. That's going to tend to involve liberal amounts of magic and taking advantage of any enemies that get knocked down, and hopefully not getting knocked off the bridge myself. There's at least one enemy to start our combo, and another enemy that's down here. I can only do my single combo attack, I can't do the combination with the Majin, but that does still build up the combo meter a bit, and more importantly, stop it from decreasing for a while. So that gives me a little time to finish the job over here. Not much, but any bit helps. And now I got the combo meter filled up. We just need to catch this guy off guard. And one enemy's worth of souls isn't much, but it's something. My experience is only going to increase from here. Yeah, I'm about halfway on friendship experience and about a third of the way on Tepeu himself. Don't worry, I'll be collecting experience much more efficiently as we go. I'm also full up on healing fruit, which is going to be important because I'm going to be fighting a whole lot of enemies, and I don't really want to have to take the time to leave and go back to one of the healing trees, even though there is one right outside the castle. These guys are honestly not worth fighting. Yeah, we got a brain, and I'm sure it's good for a lot of experience, but it's also good for a whole lot of time wasted.
Watch my fire!
And I've got to keep pulling it away from the Majin whenever I can.
I make fire!
And I don't really need to make more fire, we just need to take out the enemies that are already on fire. And the Majin got in my way, so I couldn't even combo that one. Well, eventually it's got to notice that I'm over here whacking it in the face. Yeah, these fellas offer no real finishing move potential. And without the finishing move, there's just not much point. Yeah, I can build up a finishing move, but I don't have enough time to pull it off. So let's check out the enemies on the other side of this room. Now that we don't have infinitely respawning monkeys, we've just got a whole bunch of annoying and difficult enemies across the way.
Okay, I blow away.
Nah, I'd rather use crystal here.
Crystal.
It's a lot more effective because the enemies freeze and I can always hit them with a combo attack. And a lot of times Majin will pick swing for that, which actually destroys all the crystals at once. Not bad in general combat applications, but when I'm trying to charge up a finishing move, destroying all the enemies in one blow doesn't really help. So let's continue moving on. That's actually the way back to the back of the castle.
Become crystal.
And the enemies in that room are tough to fight, come in formations that aren't conducive to building up combos. It's just not a good room to fight in. Here, all the enemies are in one room for generally easy pickings, although having two whip guys hitting you with their darkness whips and covering you with darkness is not very useful. We do at least catch 3 of them in our Soul Absorb this time, and that's going to be worth a level in each color. And a good start on the next one, too. Now, I'm hoping for level ups that'll actually help me get experience faster, and combinations being stronger doesn't really do that. So we're going to move back toward the front of the castle now. This is going to be the room where we found the first fountain. It's kind of a long hike, I admit, but I believe that these 2 rooms are the fastest place to build up experience in the game. Especially since we've got an enemy captain here. So, worst case, he'll be able to respawn some enemy soldiers and we'll get more experience off them. They're all clustered up nicely, so let's hit them with some lightning, I think.
Fly away. I make lightning.
There we go. I don't like using lightning because I've overused it. But it really is the best at getting the job done. And look at all the enemies we're catching this time. That's almost a full level in one room. Yeah, this really isn't going to take all that long. We can do the same thing here. And if you notice, wind is the one element you don't want to use here because all the shield guys are protected against it. The fight doesn't always go very smoothly, unfortunately. They're a cluster of pretty weak enemies, but there are a bunch of them.
I use lightning.
It's always nice when you can lightning all the guys in the other room and then hit the last one that escaped while you've got a lightning arc going. And this is going to be our next level and a whole lot more. Yeah, we're almost halfway to the next friendship level. That's what I'm talking about. And I got my next title, Brave Savior.
Tepeu, you my best partner.
Let me see if I can catch this guy unawares. I probably could have, but honestly, it's not worth it. I'm just getting blue experience at that point, and it's a lot more plentiful than red. Not the best use of lightning, but it works. I'm hoping there are enough enemies caught in it. Not going very well, and I think the Majin is stuck in the goo. Come on, get out of there while we still have combo! No! Well, on the bright side, there are a whole bunch of enemies. On the downside, I don't have a lot of health left. Let's finish these guys off. That's what we want. Really want that level up here. But no, we're just really, really close. I've actually got enough health now that even with 2 healing speed-up abilities, it takes a long time. So this room is going to give us enough for our next level up. Might get our blue level too, actually. Well, not quite. We're Soul Brothers now, and we get faster magic generation, which is also going to be a big help. And there's our blue level. So, cutting to the chase and pretty much just covering the fights where I actually get level ups. Which, to be honest, is most of them in the early going. I was leveling up one type or the other of experience every fight. This one actually might have taken me a couple iterations. But we have filled up our friendship again. And we've got even faster healing. That's kinda necessary this far into the game, I think. So, here I've skipped ahead a couple iterations. Yeah, it took long enough, but I finally comboed him.
Okay, I use lightning. I make fire.
Trying to change things up at least a little bit. Lightning remains the most reliably effective for building up combos. But if all the enemies are in one place right in front of the Majin, fire can be pretty good. And there we go. The blue orb has filled up and not re-emptied. We're the legendary hero, and that'll be max level for Tepeu.
We back at the castle now, but we not the same as before.
Yep. Regrettably, he has nothing to say about our new level up. And just to check, yep, our life shards are at maximum. And we're probably only about one fight away from leveling up the Majin. So I no longer need the effort upgrade. I can switch that over to something a little more useful. And I decided to turn off soul absorption to get double friendship up.
I blow sparkles.
That was honestly a mistake, because even though the red experience that I get may be more valuable, and honestly I don't know whether the friendship bonus even stacks like that, it doesn't give me nearly as much experience as soul absorption did. It took me about 5 fights to get to this point. And there's still another level. 20 is not the max.
Watch my sparkle.
I actually turned off the game at that point, came back to it in a later session, and then it turned out that level 21 was the max. I put soul absorption back on, of course, because it's that much faster. And here's our max level of red. And the trophy Brave One for maxing out both types of experience. The legendary pair. We get better magic and faster combos. And if you thought they couldn't be any ridiculously better than they were, just wait until you see this. I'm going to head back to the save point by the final boss, not that I'm going to fight him again with this save file. There's really not a whole lot left for me to do in the game at this point. There are still trophies for performing 10 finishes with each element, which is kind of a pain to do, but I could grind that out. And then there's the trophy for defeating 30 enemies with traps, which I never got and probably never will. The traps don't reset and there just aren't enough in the game. I don't know if maybe you just have to catch the maximum number of enemies with every possible trap, or leave some unused until there's a configuration that's got enough enemies in it. But here's our faster combos at work. We got the meter almost full just from one enemy. And I'm not going down after that guy. Let's just head over to this side of the room and defeat these enemies while we've still got some meter left.
Fly away.
Or not. I mean, really, the contents of the meter don't matter at this point. If we hit more than one enemy, we've got our combo. It's that simple. So, you've seen pretty much everything there is to see, and I've accomplished everything there is to accomplish except one thing. Playing back through the entire game from the start, not getting all of the upgrades, and getting the unhappy ending. So, with the previous scene that isn't changed at all to give you context for it, here's the sad ending of the game, and I'll see you for the next Let's Play.
How can this be? What happened?
Father.
What on earth was Oh, yes. What have I done?
What's happening?
The darkness has lost my body, and now it is looking for another soul to live on. The darkness has no thought. It has no will of its own. It is the humans Tera evil. Strong feelings of hate drew the darkness, merged with the people, and eventually overtook the kingdom. This must not ever occur again. But perhaps now I can control it. I had dreamed of freedom for so long. How did I let everything turn out like this? It is all a result of my weakness.
Father?
I will take the darkness with me. Brave one who stood up to save our kingdom. What is your name?
I'm...
Tepeu.
It's Tepeu, Father.
That name brings back memories. Just a little bit further. Guardian of Kingdom. I protect everyone. My job.
Damn.
I'm not strong enough. Can't make all of them into crystal. So, I go to... Meet Tepeu when I hurt. Meet Toki when I lonely. Meet Tepeu again when I hungry.